we've stopped by to learn a little bit more about Zombie Tycoon 2, Brainhov's Revenge from Frima Studios. People are playing it down here. Can you just give us, like, we know it's a sequel, but can you give us the premise of what the game is all about?
Yes, Zombie Tycoon 2, Brainhov's Revenge is a real-time strategy game for PlayStation 3 and PlayStation Vita. So it's yes, it's a RTS for console. It was designed for that with good controls for a handheld controller. So what we did is a game that can be played cross-play, so people can play PS3 against Vita and vice versa. People can save their game on one device and hop in and continue the game on the other one. It's also cross-buy, so if you buy it on one device, you get it on the other device. The game is, like I said, a real-time strategy. It has a single-player campaign. It tells the story of those crazy zombies. Professor Brainhov, who is the master of the fast zombies, and the Orville Tycoon, who's the classic tough, slow zombies. So it's a little bit this cultural debate between fast and slow zombies, but brought into this game. So you have their story of revenge. In Zombie Tycoon, you always play as the zombie, so it's different than most other zombie games. And we also had a very strong multiplayer deathmatch system. So people can play quick death matches around 12 to 15 minutes usually, and you control your mobile base. Instead of building up a base, we don't want to take time to build a base and collect resources. So you capture a building in which you transform your zombie squads into specialized zombie squads. So for example, you have samurai zombies, you have scout zombies, you have ranged zombies that are garbage men. So by doing that and controlling a monster unit, a little bit like in MOBA games, so you have a monster unit that you level up. And this, you have a choice of 4 different monsters with very different strategies. One's a tank, 2 are DPS, different DPS monsters, and 1 is more of a support unit. And by doing that and capturing buildings, they are trying to destroy the other player's mobile base. And so it makes for very captivating online multiplayer matches. And yeah, we're pretty proud of it. It's coming out on April 30th in North America and on May 1st in Europe. And so it's $9.99. It's a good deal, a lot of bang for your buck. So I hope that your viewers will try it out, because we're really, really proud of this one.
All right. So what's the formula to creating a good RTS on console handheld? Because it's really not. Some people have tried it, not really gotten it right. Is it important to sort of design the game from ground up for this?
Exactly. Yes. Control is everything. I mean, if you do play RTS on PC, you know that it takes a mouse and a keyboard to do it properly. So the challenge was to try and make it so that it's fun to play with a controller. And I think we managed to do it. At least 2 days of PAX tell us that we really did manage it, because people love it. It's very intuitive. You control your 4 squads with the 4 PS buttons. You control your 4 abilities for your heroes with the D-pad. And you move the camera around with the thumbstick, and you use the trigger buttons for calling the minimap and to call a dead rush. A dead rush is a special ability that once you've captured a lot of houses, you accumulate a large army of zombies. Just stay idle near the houses that you've captured, but once every few minutes you can call the dead rush on the opponent. And so if you target his monster or his mobile base, all of the 20 or 40 zombies that are waiting for your call will just rush toward him for a minute, and that will be the longest minute of his life during that time. So yeah.
Or the shortest.
Oh, the shortest, yes. So we really managed to, we don't have a ton of squads. 2 zombie squads, 1 mobile base, one monster unit, and the dead rush is more than enough to have complex, deep strategic matches. And by doing that, we are simplifying some of the concept of RTS, taking what we really like in some of the MOBA games and bring it all together in a very fun, funny game that really has depth. And we also have a pretty solid single-player campaign that will, as most RTS, act as a way to learn how to play every unit, every faction, and every monster. But also, it's very enjoyable. There's a lot of cutscene and humor in it.
So what that makes me think of is that it puts a little bit more pressure on level design when you have a sort of seemingly simple system. So how are you gone about designing levels and sort of making sure that there's enough variation in the gameplay?
Well, in the single-player campaign, there's 8 missions. The levels are pretty big, and they are checkpoint. It's a checkpoint system that it gives you new objectives during each and every mission. Into the the multiplayer mode, we decided to go with only one multiplayer map. So, like a lot of the MOBA games or the RTS game that I play and most people always play the same map anyway. Yeah. So we decided to focus, put all our efforts into having the best, most balanced multiplayer map possible, and to focus on balancing it for the different zombie types that you can have in all the monsters units. So we prefer to have, you know, a single map that's really, really well done, and so far it's doing well.
So when you have a sort of a cross-play game like this, do you want to put some of the added features with the PS Vita in there, or do you want to keep it exact the same when it comes to controls, or have you sort of embellished the Vita version with any of that functionality?
We thought about it, and after trying a lot of stuff, we decided to keep it exactly the same. So we do not use touch controls, we do not use back touch, we do not use any of the Vita specific things, so that the experience in controlling the game is exactly the same on both platforms. And so far it's doing good, because doing both platforms, the differentiation with the Vita version is basically that we needed to optimize the graphics a lot, because the Vita is less powerful than the PS3. And so the game is very, very graphic heavy, so we really needed to optimize and make sure that everything runs very, very smoothly. And that's where we put our money and energy in.
So, as a developer, how is Sony facilitating this sort of cross-platform play? Are the tools ready, and sort of is it easy to make the same game for both Vita and PS3?
No, I wouldn't say it's easy. It's hard. I personally, I'm a producer, so I didn't do the coding and stuff. But what it is a challenge because crossplay. There's not a lot of crossplay titles. Matchmaking and all of this is something that our R&D department helped a lot with. Sony is really helpful, and they're really good to us, and we love working with them. But it wouldn't be fair for the people on my team if I said that it was easy to do.
So it's not just like making one game, even though people just pay for one and get two.
Yeah, it's like making a game and a half, and people pay for one and get two. We want people to have the most bang for their buck. I personally own a Vita. I really love the device. I do not see why I would be paying twice for the same game. So I believe that gamers will see the value in that. You know, $9.99 for the game on both platforms. It's got a platinum trophy in it. It's got a lot of content, big single player campaign, you know, unlimited replay death matches. So I think people will see that this is a good proposition. So I hope that's as a gamer, that's the kind of stuff I want to see. So.